Hey, yeah, yeah. What's up, YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this vlog, you are going to be going with me through my day. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put a lot more consistency in this vlog, but yeah, I'm gonna take y'all with me through my day. What's up, YouTube? I am back with another video again. Do y'all like my hair? My mom did my hair. So what y'all talk about, y'all while we wait? This is the first time, but y'all didn't know this is the first time I ever tried this style. Like, I tried it when I was little. In the comments, rate it 1 through 10. I love this style. My mom did my hair. By the way, y'all didn't know my mom was a hairstylist. She ain't got the title. Don't listen to it in the background. She ain't got the title, but she a hairstylist. So how was y'all day today? Today has been a blessed day. If you was born in the like 1990s and stuff, like if you were born in the 90s, you would know what this show is. Let me see if I can show y'all. Okay. Like if you know, you know. Like this is the Young and the Restless. Like this is what you used to sit up and like watch with your grandma and stuff like that, or your family. I used to always watch this with my mama. She used to love her some Young and the Restless. All of them. If you do love Young and the Restless, comment who is your favorite character. I don't know who my favorite character was on Young and the Restless. Young and the Restless and Guiding Lights. Those two was my favorite. So I wanted to spread some more motivation, encouragement, and positivity, and say this: in this season, do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. You're not in this world to please other people. Your only priority should be making God happy. That should be your own priority. Oh, you snoozing. Did y'all hear her snoring? Okay. If y'all don't know anything about my mom, she go to sleep anywhere. Let me start over because I was rudely interrupted. But yeah, do what makes you happy and have do what makes you happy, and your only priority should be making God happy, because the honest truth is when it comes to people, people are never going to be happy. People are always going to have a problem about every single thing. So it's best that you learn to stop trying to please people and only make sure that you please God, and you know, and you're making God happy. That should be your only priority. Your happiness, God's happiness, and your happiness. Like, don't worry about people because you're never gonna satisfy people. So that's honestly something that I had to learn. I had to stop trying to people please everybody. I used to do that all the time, especially when I was like, do y'all hear my mama snoring? I'm trying to do a whole motivational over here, and she's snoring. But yeah, I used to always try to people please people, especially when I was younger. I'm 28 now, but when I was like 16, 17, I used to always try to people please people. 16 and up, I used to always try to people please people, to where God really had to set me down, take me through a season of learning. it'll burn you out and drain you of trying to people please people. Like it's best to not even have that kind of mindset of you trying to please everybody. As long as you please God, that's enough. It's because God is the only one that validates you. God is the only opinion that matters. People's opinions do not matter. And Betty, if you see this vlog, I found your twin. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up? Listen, these right here are the best gummies ever. These are my favorite gummies. Like, I like the green. I mean, not the green. This is the green. I used to eat the purple and the pink, but this kind right here, this is my favorite kind. Like, lately, this is all I've been wanting when it comes to just something sweet. It'd be these island fruits right here. Also, when I get home, the vlog is not going to be over yet. I'm actually going to do probably a seafood mukbang. Also, if y'all can, my mom done reached 1,000 and something followers on TikTok. So, if y'all can, we would very much appreciate it if you can come and show her some love on her TikTok. Mm-hmm. Hey. What's up, YouTube? I am back with another video. Like I haven't been vlogging this whole time. Well, I decided, why not do me a mukbang? I said on one of the other clips. Hold on a minute. What's that TikTok? Take you that long? I'm gonna get there. But anyway, I said I was gonna do a mukbang. So, in this mukbang, I'm gonna have story time. And I got me some seafood. Now, I love seafood, but I hardly do like I eat seafood, but majority of the time the main stuff that I eat that's like seafood is probably like shrimps or gumbo, but I rarely have a crawfish mukbang. I rarely have like a crawfish mukbang, and I say, you know what? Why not? Why not do one and talk with y'all at the same time? So when I do this, I am going to do a mukbang. Oh man, I messed up all my hands. Ugh. I'll be back. Y'all would not believe what I just did. I literally was talking and forgot to hit the record button. But we're gonna have story time while I eat some seafood bowl. So I put on my story. It said, I know what it's like. You know, I always say the wait is worth it all the time. And people be like, well, why do you always say, the wait is worth it? I can give y'all a perfectly good example, but it's a story time. So, back when I was about 19, and I'm so glad that God delivered me from this and really taught me this valuable lesson when it came to this. But I met this guy through a dating app. I'm not proud and happy of my past, but I'm glad that God taught me this very important lesson. But yeah, I met this guy one time through a dating app, and his name was Clay. And He was amazing. He was very amazing. Like, he loved it that I loved the God. He accepted that I was a Christian. And he was just amazing. Like, this wasn't no catfish kind of thing. Like, me and him was talking all of the time. FaceTime and texting. Even when I used to go through, like, even when I used to have class time, like he would always text me. But yeah. Ooh, that'd be so spicy. But yeah, he used to always text me. But here's the thing. Me and Clay got so close, right? Like, nobody could make me laugh like Clay. And to be honest, looking back now, I feel like Clay was everything that I wanted in a man. But yeah, we FaceTimed. I seen his family. He seen my family. And I couldn't wait to when he'll be officially close to the area that I live in. Because we live like 4 or 5 hours from each other. So very long distance. But we decided to stay friends. Because I don't know, we don't want to rush anything. So me and him decided to stay close friends. To be honest, he became one of my best friends. Like, I could tell Clay anything. Like, anything. I could tell him anything. And he used to always check on me, like, all the time. Like, this was really no catfish kind of thing. Like, me and him was really, like, really getting to know each other. We really was. So, this is where I made a mistake here. Because me and him was not making a label what we was, and me being so ready to be in a relationship so badly, and not learning how to be patient, I decided to get back on a date now again. And when I did, I met Cameron, who is my ex now. And let's just say, yeah, I met Cameron, who is my ex now. And me and Cameron wasn't talking too much like me and Clay was. Like, me and Clay talked about everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Like, he was very patient. He was very understanding. But the thing about it, and I forgot to mention this, Clay, he lived in Pensacola, Florida. And he was in the Navy. That's why he was just so busy to where, he wasn't really able to spend time together or even make a date for real. But, yeah, I got too impatient. And when I got too impatient, I got some on my shirt. I got too impatient, and I met Cameron. Me and Cameron started as just friends. So when I graduated high school back in 2026, yes, I'm 28, and I graduated high school a little later. Like, I was supposed to graduate in 2015, but got held back 1 year in school, so I graduated in 2016 with my class. But yeah, I got graduated, and I went on a trip with one of my best friends. And so I told Clay, did he want to meet me? Did he want to meet me? Because I was close to the area he was going to be at the time that we were going to have our beach trip. And he said he wasn't going to be able to because um, he was busy and stuff like that. He even FaceTimed me and let me know. And I understood because it was last minute. But I forgot I had put where I was going to be at on my story. And when I put where I was going to be at on my story, Cameron saying where I was going to be at. Cameron saying that I was going to be close to the area he was going to be at. So, because I had on my Instagram, and he was like, I really want to meet you. So I gave him the address to where me and my best friend was staying at the beach for that week. And he came and seen me. And we had our first date. And it was an amazing first date. Like when me and Cameron met each other, it was amazing. But deep down, I honestly wanted to see Clay. Like that's why I say, if you care about somebody, tell them. I know that you don't want to ruin the friendship, but if you care about somebody and you feel like that's your person, just tell them. But yeah, I met Cameron, went on a date, the first date, and from that point on, me and him started talking. So I told Clay about this, and I didn't know that he was actually hurt about it. So I'm just thinking about that right now. Yeah, just got through with my food. By the way, if y'all hear a dog barking, that is our puppy, Flapjacks. I am back. I know y'all probably can tell that like the background and stuff's a little more different. It's a little more brighter. So I tried to do the whole eating and talking and looking at the camera at the same time. I tried my hardest to learn that I'm not good at it yet, but I'm gonna get so much better at it. But yeah, back to story time. I had told Clay about it to find that Clay was very, very hurt by that. A part of me was confused of why he was hurt because we never made no label till we was anything but best friends. But a part of me understood because me and him was starting to feel very, very like we was starting to catch a lot of feelings for each other because, like I said, we was talking every single day. I go to class, he was texting me. I go home, he'll FaceTime me. Like me and him used to talk every single day. So I understood because I felt the same way about him that he felt about me. So, out of respect for our friendship and out of respect for me and Cameron starting, heading into that relationship path, me and him ended our friendship on good terms. So, I started, talking to Cameron more, and eventually me and Cameron got into a relationship. And actually, when we went to the beach, when I graduated, May 18 in 2016, I went to the beach trip, and me and Cameron had our first date. That's when we officially started like dating and stuff like that. So, yeah, me and him dated for about 2 or 3 months, only for me to find out that he wasn't the person that he said he was. He was actually the person that if I'm looking back now, I wouldn't have dated if I know what I know now. But because I was so eager to get in a relationship, I ignored all the red signs that God was showing me. And I'm like, looking back on it now, I'm like, if I just remained patient, me and Cameron probably would never happened, to be honest. I probably would have had a better first relationship with Clay. I'm not saying Clay was the one, but I'm saying I feel like I would have had a better first experience of a relationship with him than I did with Cameron, because Cameron was my first relationship I ever had. But yeah, he was portraying to be somebody that he wasn't. And how is he portraying to be somebody wasn't? Because I made the mistake, and this don't happen. This don't happen to everyone. But I made the mistake, and I told him exactly what type of man I wanted and what type of man I prayed for. He became that type of man, but he wasn't that type of man because the actions and the way his actions was not showing it. The way he talked, the way he looked at me wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like on no pure love kind of thing. It was on some kind of lustful kind of way. And so God really exposed that. And I'm like, that was kind of my fault, because from the get go, God gave me the red flag from the beginning that He wasn't the one for me. But because and I admit, and I have moments like this too, and I work on it every single day. I'm gonna be very transparent with you, because I'm not one of those type of Christian that don't be transparent. I can be hard headed at times. I can be very hard headed at times, and this was one of those hard headed moments to where God been showed me, no, this ain't the person for you. But that being my first relationship, I fell for that person, and what I thought was love wasn't really love. Especially that being my first relationship. And I was only 19 years old. I'm 28 right now. But yeah. So what it's like one of those things with the devil, tries to, when the devil tries to like bring some type of badness into your life, God always flip it around and it works out in your favor. Because if I didn't went through that relationship, I want to learn my worth. If I didn't go through a relationship, I want to learn my value. If I didn't go through a relationship, I wouldn't have learned what I do and what I don't deserve when it comes to a man. So it's like, even though I went through that type of pain, I didn't have to go through it, because your first heartbreak, to me that's the worst heartbreak, like your first heartbreak, because it's like, especially when you was like me. I was very gullible at 19. I was very gullible. I was very impatient when it comes to just wanting the person that God got for me. That's just how it was, to where when that first heartbreak happened, it really hurt me for a couple of months. And it really took a toll on how I looked at other men 19 and up, to where I'm 28 and I'm in a better spot and a better place in my life, to where when that happened, it did scar me in a way, because I was feeling like everybody was like my ex. Every man that looked at me, or every man that tried to approach me, was like my ex, to where, But yeah, that first heartbreak was rough. But I'm like, if I would have just remained patient, I could have been in a good relationship. Yeah, Clay was in the Navy and stuff like that. But like I said, when I first started my story time, looking back on it now, I feel like he was every single thing that I prayed for in a man. Like, he was very sweet. He loved that I love God. Like, he even loved the God himself. He checked up on me to see if I was okay. He was very sweet. He never looked at me in no lustful kind of way and stuff like that. He respected my relationship with God. And I loved it, to where I didn't, I messed that up myself. I took accountability. I messed it up myself, because me being so impatient and not learning how to wait is a blessing, I jumped into something that I wasn't even supposed to. But because I wasn't supposed to do it, God was like, you know what? You got yourself in this type of relationship that I didn't want for you. But I'm going to teach you a lesson that you need to learn. So like I said, what the enemy uses for evil, God will switch it around and use it for good in your favor, to where you will learn a very important, valuable lesson. And that's what I learned from when I went through a relationship. I learned my worth, I learned my value, and I learned what I'm not going to tolerate from somebody. I refused to settle. I felt like I settled. I really did. I settled. And me being impatient, not waiting when God told me to wait, I just settled for somebody that was right there in front of me. Because like I said, Clay was 4 or 5 hours from me. Cameron wasn't. Cameron came and see me, and I met him face to face instead of, through the phone. And that's what I settled for. I'm like, you know what? This person is right in front of me, and I might not ever meet, this person that I've been talking to every single day. Because me and him was talking to about 2015, and then in those 6 months, 2016, that's when we got more closer. But I was like, this person in front of me, this is what I need to, I let the enemy basically trick me into thinking, you know what? You're never gonna meet this person that that you got so much chemistry with, that you got so much, that you just got this certain bond with, that you feel warmth and you feel just safe with. and just settle for the one that's right there in your path. That's what I messed up on. And I, like I said, I take full accountability for that. So that's why I'm very heavy on telling others, do not settle and wait for the person that God got for you, because I settled once. I was impatient to where it really messed me up in the long run. But at the same time, it taught me a valuable lesson because I was very gullible around that time. I was very like, I just didn't know my worth and I know my value, to where when this certain person was treating me a certain way, or, didn't respect me, as when it comes to my relationship with God, I was just so like, oh, but this is my first relationship. Like, the ones that've been in the first relationship know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like you ignore so many signs and you're not supposed to ignore those signs, to where that's what I did. That's why I say now to everybody listening, refuse to settle and wait on the person that God has for you. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be respected. You deserve a person that's going to cover you as much as you cover them. Pray for them as much as you pray for them. Motivate you just as much as you motivate them. Inspire you just as much as you inspire them. Motivate them as much as you motivate, you have a reciprocate kind of relationship. Like, that's what type of love you deserve. You deserve that person that God got for you. And I always tell everybody that, because I don't want nobody to settle. I know what it's like to settle and just be with somebody just right in front of your face. But no, it's best for you to remain patient. If I remained patient, I wouldn't have went through no heartbreak. And the thing about it, sometimes it don't be God's fault. None of that be God's fault. God will let you know. He will show you the signs. But it's when we're being disobedient and just ignoring what he's showing us is what make us go through heartbreaks and pain and stuff. If we just slow down, pay attention, we wouldn't have to go through some of the stuff we go through, to be honest. If I would have just paid attention the first time God showed me, I wouldn't have went through no heartbreak. And the thing about it is too, when I had my first heartbreak and I got over him, he came back. Yeah, this person came back. He came back in 2017. And what happened? God exposed him again. And I'm gonna admit, a part of me was about to give this same person a chance, because I just love. I was gonna give this same person another chance. But God exposed him again. But this version of me he met in 2017 was, by the way, if y'all hear some barking, that's my dog. Our dog Flapjacks. But yeah, when he came in 2017, he met the healed version of me. Meaning when God exposed him the second time and me and him parted ways, I was happier still. I was still reading my Bible. Like I was like the first time we broke up was not as strong as the me the next time we broke up, because we didn't really stay together that second time to about a couple of weeks. That's how fast God exposed him the second time. And how he exposed him, through my best friend. And I thank the Lord that I have such amazing best friends in my life. She told me something with the proof, and boom, I seen it. But I'm not gonna go in detail of what it was. That's for another story time. It wasn't nothing to do with her, nothing to do with him. It was something he said. Her being an amazing best friend, she put him in her place. She put him in his place, because she basically told him, if he's gonna play with my heart, he don't need to be, get you some type of friends like that that's not gonna play about you. Get you some type of friend that's gonna let people know, don't break my best friend's heart. So W's to her. But yeah, that's why I say, like, really wait on the person that God got for you, because especially in this generation, when you tell somebody, oh, I'm waiting on the person that God got for me, people make you seem like you're weird for that. People make you feel, make that seem like that's something that's rare, because it is. Because in this generation, everything is so fast paced. Like, you see a lot of people settle for people that they're not happy with. That's how a lot of, like, some people get married. They just settle, and then a couple of years later they're divorced because they're not happy. Why put yourself through that? If anything, remain patient. Let God do everything He need to do in your life while you're single, and everything He need to do in the person that He has for you. And then when y'all come together, ooh, the enemy better run, because y'all are gonna be on fire in the kingdom, letting everybody, spreading the good news to everybody about God, growing together, doing life together. Like, that's such a beautiful thing. Like, I love that so much. Like, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And I pray this generation starts, like, really, really, really making that more of a trend of talking about how much it is to how much beautiful it is when you wait on the person that God got for you. You don't have to settle. You don't have to be unhappy with somebody that you're not happy with. You do not have to settle. And the thing about it, at the time, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. Yes, I gave my life to God when I was 15 years old, but there was still so much that I needed to learn. I'm 28. I still have a lot of learning. Never think just because you done gave your life to God this age that you're still not learning. You're still not teachable. Like I said, I was 15 when I gave my life to God. I was 19 when I got in my first relationship. And I thought at 19, no, you still got a lot of growing to do. I'm 28. I still got a lot of growing to do. And I'm not that type of Christian that say, I got everything together. No, God is still working on me in a lot of areas of my life. I'm not afraid to say that, because I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And the reason I keep repeating it is because people think, when you, like I said in my last blog, people think, when you give your life to God, you're perfect. No, you are not perfect. You are not perfect at all. Like, you're going to go through a lot of stuff. Sometimes you're going to trip over, but it's the thing is, you're going to stay there. You're going to lay there. Or you're going to get up. And how do you get up? You get up with God. That's the only difference. So, yeah. Don't be hard-headed this season. Don't be disobedient this season. I know you want to be with the person that God got for you. I know that you want to be with the person that God has called for you to be with. I feel the same way. I want to be with the person that God has called for me to be with as well. But I trust His word, and I trust His promises, and I know that His timing is the perfect timing ever. God got you. God got you. Don't be impatient. Don't be hard-headed. Do not. Do not rush Him. Do not rush His cooking. Like, God is trying. It's like a whole, like, dinner. God trying to put all the recipes together for your favor. So don't rush Him. Don't rush His process. If the cooking take 3 hours, let it take 3 hours. If the cooking take 3 years, let it take 3 years. If the cooking take a year, let the cooking do. Like, when the cooking get finished, it's gonna be worth it. It's just like when you waiting on somebody to finish cooking, and you just waiting a long time, and when that food gets ready to come out, it be so good. You be like, you know what? This was worth the wait. Look at God's timing like that. It is worth the wait. Don't be disobedient this year. Don't rush His timing. I have to remind myself that every day. And like I always say, what I'm telling you, I tell myself that every day. I have to remind myself that every single day, because like I said, I want the person who God wants for me. I want that person too. I really do. But I know that I cannot rush His time. That love that you are praying for, you deserve it. You really do deserve it. Don't let the enemy tell you that you don't deserve it. Don't even let people tell you that you don't deserve it. And don't let you tell you that you don't deserve it. Because like I said before, sometimes it be us holding ourselves back. I'm the perfect good example of that. I held myself back from a good relationship. But if I remained patient, if I waited, I wouldn't have went through no heartbreak. But because I was disobedient, the Lord let me went through that process. Because for one, He taught me a lesson that I needed to learn. Because if I didn't learn that lesson, I wouldn't be who I am today. Yeah, if I just trusted God's time, I wouldn't have went through no heartbreak. So that's why I'm so heavy on always saying never settle and wait on God's timing. Because at one point I was very disobedient. I really was. And how was I disobedient? Because Clay, he told me this was before me and him ended our friendship. He told me he was coming to see me that week after I came from the beach. See, if I wouldn't have did what I did and rushed it, me and him could have finally met for the first time. But because I just wanted to be in a relationship so badly, and I got so scared because I wasn't gonna meet him, I settled for the person that was in front of me. Somebody that I didn't have that same type of love for. I just settled for him because I was like, you know what? I don't want to miss out on it. So I settled for the person that was in front of me. When all along I knew I was supposed to be with the person, aka Chloe, the whole time. But like I said, I think about that a lot. And that's one of the main things that I always, come in my mind when I be like, don't rush the process and stuff like that. That's why I always be so heavy on do not rush the process. So this is the end of the vlog. I pray, this touch somebody, story time. Let me know if y'all want to hear more story time. Like I have a lot of story time that I need to tell y'all. Um, yeah, I thank y'all so much. Like, I really do. Like, it's such a blessing. This journey is such a blessing. I'm so thankful and grateful for every single thing that God is doing this season. Like, it's so amazing. This is for sure the season to make the jump and do not look back. When God say jump, don't even say high. Just move. God say jump right, jump right. God say jump left, jump left. Like make the jump of whatever direction that God is pointing you in. And do not ask no question. Just go on and move. Wait for Him to give you the instruction on what to do. You don't be like, just move. But yeah, I got a lot more things coming for this channel. Like I said before, in one of the clips on this vlog, I'm dropping two. I'm dropping two vlogs. One vlog I'm gonna drop before this vlog. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Especially subscribe, because when you subscribe, you get that little ding anytime I drop a new video. But yeah, I have a lot more things coming on this channel. We're gonna have a bunch of Q&As. I have a lot of my best friends coming on, a lot of podcasts, missionary. I am gonna start operating a lot more into my calling, which is a missionary. I'm gonna start traveling and visiting a lot of places. So many things are coming to this channel, and I'm so excited. If y'all have any collabs that y'all want to see me do, always comment below, or you can always email me at savannahrush8@gmail.com or rushsavannah7@gmail.com, and I'll email you back. If you're a new upcoming YouTuber and you're all about motivation, positivity, encouragement, even faith, you can also inbox me or email me at savannahrush8@gmail.com or rushsavannah7@gmail.com. I almost forgot my Gmail because I got so many. But yeah, also, again, I'm going to repeat. I be on Instagram, which is SAVV__Rush, RUSH. I'm on TikTok, Savannah A Rush. I'm on LinkedIn, Savannah A Rush. I'm also going to start streaming my podcast and in real life on Twitch and Kick. Now, my Kick is Savannah
Savannah A. Rush 123. And my Twitch is just Savannah A. Rush. I'm gonna be that's where a lot of my podcasts are gonna be live. I have 3 podcasts. Daughter of a King podcast, Protect Wildlife podcast, and also a Files Love podcast. And all those will be live because I got some brand new seasons coming up for all of them. A Files Love will hit season 1. Protect Wildlife will hit season 1. And Daughter of a King podcast, I think, will hit season 3. So make sure, like I said, you like, comment, subscribe. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. For the people that's been here, y'all are a huge blessing. I love each and every one of you. And y'all are basically a part of the family. We're basically family members now. But the new people, thank you for watching this video. Everybody, thank you for watching this video. And I will see y'all in the next video. I love each and every one of you. Blessings.
Gotta focus on his promises. You just gotta focus on his promises.